Good evening and welcome to Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. I ain't got no tacos though, so sorry about that. How are we doing today? My name is Jesse. Thank you for joining Questionable Sports. So, how are we doing today on this great Tuesday evening? Today we got just a little bit to talk about. We ain't got too much to talk about. I am by myself today, so it's all good. I like talking to myself. And that's what I do best. Nobody ever listens to me, anyways. So let's see what we're gonna be talking about um, today. Let's see what we got going on today. Again, welcome again to the show. I appreciate it. I listen sometimes. I listen. As y'all said, some people said it's gotten too dark. It's hard to see. I got a little light now. You can see me a little bit. Got a little brighten it up a little bit. Don't want to seem like I don't want to put y'all to sleep. Also, I'm getting a lot of feedback from people. Um, Different things y'all said. As my wife would say, I say too much. I just started saying But wait. Why hasn't nobody stopped me yet? You know what we gotta do? Cheers. Let's get this party started. All right. Sorry about that. Woo! But yes, like I said, I love the feedback. I love the people coming and saying, "Hey, try this, do that." I even had a couple people say that, "Hey, I'll help you with this. I'll help you with your slideshow. I'll help you with your this and that." And I greatly appreciate all that. That means a lot to me. People giving me feedback. Try this, do this. I'm listening. Some things I'm like, I don't know about that. Somebody told me I should have my shirt off. And nobody wants to see that. You know, I'm lying. Nobody said that. But one going to a comment that was on my last episode, Mr. Kareem Braddock said that nobody was talking about that when the Mavs. I forgot that the Mavs didn't make the playoffs the next season after they won the NBA championship. So exactly, nobody was down shooting down the Mavericks with all that mess. They weren't. Hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Why? Everybody knew that they blew up the team right after they won the championship. They had all them players, not great players, but a lot of great role players. And they blew up that team after they won that championship. So, but nobody was beating up the Mavs, saying why they're not making it to the playoffs the year after they win the championship. But it is what it is. Like I said, they're always gonna knock the Cowboys no matter what. They make the playoffs. They say they suck. They lose in the first, second round. They suck. They don't make the playoffs. They suck. I bet if they even win the Super Bowl, people still say they suck. So it didn't even fucking matter. Um, but yeah, so like I said, I'm getting feedback from everybody who's watching the show. I appreciate the feedback. I'm listening. It's not going to happen overnight. I don't have that kind of money, technology, knowledge. I don't have the knowledge. This is what you get when you get high school education right here. High school. I haven't did a slideshow since high school, which was in '02, so that was damn near 22 years ago. So I'm learning every bit, every day, trying to do different things. But I do appreciate people reaching out, wanting to help, teach me things that I'm willing to learn. But like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. I'm doing this all myself. You'll see me look down, trying to click on something, trying to figure out what I need to do next. And there's sometimes I'll forget to transition the screens. So I'm like, "Hey, y'all see this right here?" And you say, "No, all I see is your ugly face." I apologize. But yeah, so keep giving me the feedback. Please let me know what I need to work on. I know there's a lot I need to work on. I didn't go to school for this. I'm just doing this for fun. I love talking. I love talking sports, whether it's football, basketball, hockey, baseball. We can talk tennis, golf, soccer. I mean, I don't really know much about those sports. Football is what I know the most. Then baseball, basketball, and hockey I know pretty well too. So, but yeah, feel free to always give me feedback. Let me know what you need me to work on, what you want me to try. This is for y'all. It's not just for me. Give y'all something to do. I know a lot of y'all say that y'all watch YouTube all the time, and hey, give you something to talk about. But moving on, as you can see, the next thing we got on our list is who got cut. There were some players that got cuts for the Cowboys. I listen. I watch more of the Cowboys. I'm a big Cowboys fan, huge Cowboys fan. Love the Cowboys. So there was some notable players that got cut, and some people players who were kept. One of them, one of the thing players that got actually traded was Hendershot got traded. I haven't heard back what he got back. Hey, babe, wife, love of my life. That's all I do is ramble on. So, but moving on. Uh, yeah, Hendershot got traded. I haven't heard what the Cowboys got for the trade just yet, but I know he got traded. At first, I thought they had got cut, but it sounded he got traded. A couple of cuts that they did have was Malik Davis. I thought they were going to keep him. You know, they were really high on him when they were talking about running backs. You know, they were really high on him. Another running back that got cut that I thought they were going to keep was Royce Freeman. You know, he's a big guy. You know, big back, strong back. You know, I was like, that's good 1 yard. They need that 1 yard, like goal line presence. That's that guy. But they didn't, you know, keep him. They let him go. I don't know if it's because he's got a suspension. He has to do, and then just the fact that he's just, you know, out of shape. He's not in the biggest shape he used to be. But one person who made the team that I loved that made the team was Deuce Vaughn. Deuce! I love Deuce. I think the Cowboys got to give him more opportunities. Give him opportunities. Trust me. I watched him at Kansas State, and he was awesome. He didn't break every play, but he was exciting. He will make plays. If you saw some of the preseason, especially the last one, he had a couple of good runs in that game. They got to give him more opportunities. I know that he's not going to be that third down back to try to block. He's not that big of a guy, but get him back there in the punt, get him back there in kick returns, get him out there just in a swing, you know, out in the swings, out in the flats, get him out there. Let's give him the ball a little bit more. I think that he would be awesome if he could get the ball a little bit more. I also saw that the Chiefs cut Tony, you know, the one Mr. Sir dropped the ball a lot. They cut him today too. So, but there's no real big names, you know, that were coming out. There were some trades that happened. Texans traded their quarterback to the Packers to back up Love. So, but that's about it. There wasn't really much, you know, big news going on. I was hoping there would be some big breaking news or somebody that they got cut, you know, that they were going to make the team and they didn't. But, you know, other than that, you know, it does suck when it comes to being cut. You're working, you know, hard on your dreams. I had something right there in my face. Nobody said nothing. Golly, say something. Maybe I need to go to my wife and look at my face before I get on the camera. Like right here. Well, I forgot. I lost the. Oh, being cut. It sucks, you know. I watched that Hard Knocks, and to see them get cut on there, it's just golly. But they get paid a lot, you know. A lot of people don't know they get paid a lot, you know, to be on the team, like 300-something thousand to be just on the practice squad. So, you know, I hate to have to be practicing to be on a team and then get cut and not be able to get paid just practice squad money. You know, it's just damn. Now you got to go get a regular job. You know, be a regular person like me. You know, so I hate to be that guy. But moving on. We know what happened. We know what happened on Saturday. If you watch some college football, yeah, we know what happened. How about them games? Those are some awesome games. I'm gonna start off by saying, you know, the next thing on the thing besides it says recap Saturday was shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna say shut up. I'm telling you, y'all should probably tell me to shut up because I said Florida State was gonna win, and that's what I get for you listening to my head instead of my heart. Because I don't even like Florida State. I should have went Georgia Tech and hoped that Florida State lost. So, you know, that's a lesson learned for me. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Thank you for joining. But, yeah, that's a lesson learned for me. You know, hey, don't always – I mean, there's sometimes I might say, hey, this team just don't have a chance. But I knew Georgia Tech was a decent team. I ain't gonna say that I didn't think they were great. I didn't think they were gonna actually win, to be honest. But I should have went with my heart instead. Went with Georgia Tech because I didn't want to see Florida State win. Um, so yeah, I was just like, it was a great game. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the first half. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh hell, I saw this, this, that. But I did watch the first half, which was a really good first half, especially if you like defense. And let me say this: I've said this to friends. When DJ Uiagalelei was in Clemson, he was not a great quarterback, and then he went to Oregon State, and he still wasn't a great quarterback. He was a good quarterback. They had a good season, but I feel like just the running game in Oregon State was what helped him. I know a lot of people didn't watch Oregon State because they play normally like 9 o'clock at night, and normally I'm around that time I can stay up watching the games, and they're normally on, and they have a really good running game. They always had a good running game up there at Oregon State. It's just I think who they are, who their coaches is, but he had a good season. He came down to Florida State, and I just do not think he's a great quarterback. I think he's overrated. I'm not going to sit there and say he's not a good quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I mean, he still had some good yards, 200 or something yards. I can't remember what his final stats were. But yeah, so I watched the first half, then I had to get ready because we actually went to the Cowboys game and watched the preseason game at the stadium. And I had a buddy of mine text me, and I was like, oh man, it's a great first game. I was like, oh man, I'm not even watching it. So I pulled out my phone and started watching. So I caught the last 2 minutes and 37 seconds. I remember because I said that out loud. There's 2:37 left, and Georgia Tech had the ball. So that was a really good game, really good finish for Georgia Tech. And I like what the head coach said at the end of the game. He said, "Just run the ball." He was he's an offensive lineman, so they love all that. So yeah, that was a good game. The next one was SMU. I don't know if y'all remember what the next thing was on the list. It says Ponies pulled it off. Yeah, they pulled it off. That was a good game. I watched majority of all that game. Nevada's defense came inspired to play. I think they got tired of hearing everybody talk about how great SMU's offense was and how great Preston Stone was. And he's a good quarterback. He just did not have it. How about the first pass of the game gets the interception? Man, that was a great interception if y'all didn't see it. That dude just jumped right in front of that receiver. He played the ball better than the receiver played the ball. That was just awesome. I was like, damn, that's how I used to play when I was playing football. That's how good I was. But then, I pulled my hamstring. I couldn't play no more. So, but yeah, so who else was? Oh, but I was also watching for Nevada because Savion Red, who played running back for Nevada, transferred from Texas to Nevada. He was playing and he used to go over here to Grand Prairie, so it was pretty cool to see him playing on Nevada against SMU, and he played pretty well. I just felt like, man, they depend on their quarterback a lot, and he's not he's a great runner. Don't get me wrong, but he is not very good at throwing the ball. He is not accurate that well. So he was just throwing the ball everywhere. I think they need to stick more to the running game, but that's just me personally talking about Nevada. They had 3 good running backs, and from what I was watching the game, their running backs were pretty good. They did a good job rotating them in, trying to get them, keep them fresh, keep them going. But yeah, I feel like when they try to throw the ball, that's when they hurt themselves, get behind the sticks or stuff like that. If they just kept running the ball against SMU, they would have got them tired. But SMU did pull it off. That fourth quarter was an awesome fourth quarter. I did miss one of the touchdowns in the fourth quarter, so I couldn't tell you. But I found out, I didn't know this. Russell Maryland, old Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle, his son plays tight end. He's the one that made the touchdown to give SMU the lead. But yeah, he plays tight end. They say he's one of the best tight ends in the league or in college football. So it's going to be interesting to see him. I like SMU because it's just a hometown team. So it'll be fun to watch them, see how they do, especially since they joined the ACC. I don't know if I said that right. Just make sure I said it right. The ACC, Florida State's supposed to come here this year, so I'm interested to see them come here. I don't know if we ain't gonna be able to go to the game. Tickets are probably expensive as hell. But yeah, so that's uh that's the recaps of the two games that were on that I watched this past Saturday. So um, this week, this is considered week one. This is the one that I'm excited about. I know everybody who watches college football is excited about. It's just the kickoff of just college football in general. We got games starting on Thursday, and we don't got just regular old games. We got some games on Thursday. Then we got some games on Friday, and then Saturday. Oh wait, we got another one on Sunday, and we got one on Monday. So I mean, we got college football from Thursday to Monday. So it's on now. It is on. I'm excited. If you ain't excited, I don't know what will get you excited, but I'm excited. So moving on, like I said, we got Thursday games. So we'll I pulled out a couple of games that I wanted to watch that I think is gonna, I know I'm gonna probably be watching. I think they're gonna be good. So the first one is the Jackson State versus University of Louisiana Monroe. Um, this game right here, I just chose this one because I actually kind of like Jackson State. That's where Dion used to coach before he went to Colorado, and just when he was there, I started watching their games, and they just become a fan of theirs a little bit. So I'm gonna go with my heart and go with Jackson State to win this game against University of Monroe. But what's crazy is they actually got Monroe to win the game by. I'm going by ESPN. Their analytics said that Monroe has a 93% chance of winning. Jackson State doesn't have all the players they used to have when Dion was there. They may take it a couple of steps back, but I'm still going to go with Jackson State over Monroe. Next game, North Carolina versus Minnesota. Now this is one of the big ones that I was talking about on Thursday night. This is coming on Thursday night. This is awesome. This one was hard to pick. You know, I like North Carolina and I do like Mac Brown. I like Minnesota. I like what they're doing over there. Roll the boat. You know, I've always tried to figure out. With this one when I was looking at this game, I was trying to figure out who was going to root for, who I'm going to go for. I was going for my heart, but then again, I like both of them. So I was like, man, who's it going to be? And Minnesota said, pick me. So, hey, I'm picking Minnesota over North Carolina. North Carolina did lose their quarterback, Drake May, who went to the NFL. They did lose their receiver, Tez Johnson, who transferred to, I want to say Oregon. So they lost a lot. Minnesota's always got a solid defense. So, but like I said, I just like what Minnesota's been doing up there. This is one that's I'm going with my heart. We ain't talking about the Longhorns right now, Mom. They don't even play Thursday. It's a Thursday match game. Saturday this Thursday we're going to talk about Saturday's games. So get off my back about the Longhorns. We'll talk about them later. They suck anyways. And then I got an upset alert. Upset alert. Colorado, North Dakota State. North Dakota State ain't no joke. They are a really, really good, solid team. They're a Division II team, so you're like North Dakota State, but they win championships there. So Colorado, they can get beat. We don't know what Colorado team this is going to be though. That's the thing. Supposedly they got better, but they were supposed to be good last year too. They went 4-0 and never won a game after that. So what team is this Colorado going to be? They use a transfer portal again. Got a lot of new players. 32 new players in the transfer portal went to Colorado. That's crazy to have a turnover like that. You know, you have to turn your whole team over for Colorado. So we don't know what team this is. Nobody knows how it's going to be built. Just because again, a lot of turnovers. They got an offensive line, but who knows if it's going to be better or not. So, upset alert. Is it going to be North Dakota State? Is it going to be Colorado? You know what? Let's see. Oh, it's going to be Colorado. I don't see North Dakota State going into Colorado beating them. It's going to be the hype's going to be all over the place for Colorado. And let Colorado go 3 or 4 wins again, and everybody's going to be jumping back on that bandwagon again. They're going to have celebrities at the game and all this big name like it was last year until they lost, and then you heard nothing of them again. Colorado does have a good match coming up, and against Nebraska, but I can't remember if it's week 2 or week 3. But I know they have a big game coming up, so I'm really excited to see that game too. To see how Nebraska. I do like Matt Rule. He's played coach at Baylor before he went to the NFL, so I do like Matt Rule. So that one right there will be a toss up for me. I wouldn't know who to root for. Um, so but again, like I said, these are not. I'm not telling you to go bet on these games because I don't do all that. I don't bet on games. I suck at it. I mean, if I were to bet, I would lose all my money because, like I said, I bet too much with my heart than I am with my head. And normally, with my heart is normally wrong, because it's normally because I want a team to lose. In this case, is for most of these, like I said, Jackson State. I just like Jackson State, Minnesota. I just like what they do. I'm not saying that they have a team that's overpowering that they could probably beat North Carolina. I'm not saying this team Minnesota is way better than North Carolina. I'm not saying that. Colorado, I just feel like they probably do have a better squad, and I became a Colorado fan. It sucks that they came to the Big 12 and now they got to play Baylor, but it is what it is. When they face each other, I'm gonna be rooting for Baylor. But it's fun. This is what I always talk about. How about college football? It's fun. There's always something to talk about. There's always a game going on that you're like, oh shit, I can't wait to watch this game. Well, for me at least. I'm not sure for everybody else. But with the Longhorns, Mom, if you want me to talk about the Longhorns right now, each week for the Longhorns, it's going to be damn near either a rivalry game or a game that they're going to have to win. And that's what's crazy. It's just like, damn, next week they got Michigan. Like after the week after that, they got a different team. Then they got this team. And it's like every week for them is going to be a damn test for them. And everybody's going to be like, is this the game they're going to lose? Or is this the game they're going to win? So, let's see. Give me a second. But yeah, so that's what I was saying about college football. It's just always is something to talk about, something going on, big game, and that's another thing too. Like I know a lot of people don't watch a lot of. Everybody wants to just watch the primetime games, but some of these small schools, maybe a Troy versus a San Diego State, those games are actually really good because they're just two teams that are evenly matched. So they're going back and forth, whether it's just them putting up points or them not their defense just stepping up making plays. It's actually really good games. I love watching the smaller schools besides just the big schools. I'm gonna watch the big schools like everybody else is, but there's times I'm watching a small school because the score is it's close. You got a 27-24 game, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm putting that game on. I want to see if the other team can pull it off the upset or a win. Come back. I always look for upsets. Of a team that's supposed to come back or supposed to lose but is winning or close to winning. I always say never let a sorry team end the game in the fourth quarter because if they got all the momentum. They're going to be sitting there trying to grind, trying to get that win. But transitioning back over here. So final words again, like I said, I'm here by myself, so I didn't really have much to go off of. It was a last minute cancellation by my buddy Scotty. He had stuff that he has to get done. No problem. We'll do what we're going to do this week on Thursday. Thursday will be a short episode because again, there's college football. Oh man, you know what? Cheers to everybody watching too. It was going to be a shorter episode, but it might be a little longer just because we're moving most of the stuff from today's episode to Thursday's episode. So, but look forward to that one. I look forward to y'all joining me to interact with me, talk to me, cuss me out. I don't care what y'all do. I'm used to it all. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all very much for joining. I know this is a short episode, but it is what it is. Next week it's going to be longer just because there's more games, more to talk about. And we got NFL starting up next week too. So, I mean, life doesn't get no better than this when NFL football starts, or college football starts, or football in general. So, I appreciate y'all joining. Sorry for the short episode, but thank you for joining. Please come back on Thursday. If it's your first time, Miguel, cheers to you, sir. Thank you for joining. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification. Turn it on so you know when I'm on. Again, I'll be back on Thursday. Appreciate y'all joining. Thank y'all. Y'all have